Hello everyone, welcome to our channel once again. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates, and also leave a comment to express your thoughts on this. Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola has disagreed with his counterpart, Minister of State Labour and Employment Festus Keyamo, over his recent comment for faulting President Muhammadu Buhari's directive that the old 200 Naira be recirculated until April 10, 2023, while the old 500 Naira and 1000 Naira cease to be legal tender. Fashola, who is also a senior advocate of Nigeria, at the weekend argued that the directive of the president was not a direct affront to Supreme Court that had momentarily stopped the move to ban the old currencies by February 10, 2023. Former Lagos State Governor, while speaking on TVC on Sunday, maintained that the president only took the step to help assuage the hardship of Nigerians who were bearing the brunt of the policy. Keyamo, who is a spokesperson for the All Progressive Congress Presidential Campaign Council, had in an interview said the president was wrongly advised to make the pronouncement in a nationwide broadcast. According to Keyamo, although Buhari had good intentions for the Naira redesign policy, he was wrongly advised. APP-PCC spokesperson also said he would have advised the president to comply with the Supreme Court order, which was to recirculate all the old notes until they decide on the matter. My view is that the president acted honestly, without intention to slight the Supreme Court, but he may have acted on wrong advice. I did not give that advice. It's not my responsibility. I do not know who gave that advice. Now, if I were to advise him, I would have advised differently. I would have advised him to comply with the terms of the order of the Supreme Court. All the notes should circulate for now. All the old notes should circulate side by side with the new notes for now, because that is the order of the Supreme Court, Keyamo said. However, Fashola, reacting to Keyamo's statement, said the recent nationwide broadcast by Buhari on the ongoing Naira redesign policy was not a contempt of the Supreme Court. He stated that although the Naira swap policy needed to be reviewed, the president took the decision because he has seen the suffering many Nigerians were facing and not to spite the apex court. Fashola explained, "Let me say that in a democracy where there is a right to speak freely, there's bound to be divergence of views, as you have heard. But I think that the principle about respecting and awaiting the outcome of a court decision sometimes has been stretched, if I may use that word. There is also a lot of jurisprudence and scholarship about the boundaries of contempt in actions done and in things said. If I shut the door on your finger and you went to court to say that the court should direct me to remove or open the door, do I say let's wait for the outcome of court decision when you are in pain and people are in pain? The question to ask is, if I attempt to open that door, would you, the person in pain, say I was acting in contempt, or would you gladly have me open the door and then go back to the court and say the matter, we have resolved it? And that is another angle to look at this thing, because I think that whatever interventions the president sought to make were interventions in response to the very palpable pain. And I think he is that much in his speech that about the unintended consequences of the policy. The question to ask is, if I attempt to open that door, would you, the person in pain, say I was acting in contempt, or would you gladly have me open the door and go back to court and say the matter, we have resolved it?
Wow. No, the issue of the Naira redesign and the implementation of the swap and uh, the statement of President Muhammadu Buhari, the nationwide broadcast concerning the effect of the Naira redesign has become a puzzle for so many scholars and women in Nigeria to solve. And this is one of the things that has caused crisis in the recent time. We see people demonstrating here and there, and president giving order and governors coming out to counter the order of president. Nigeria has never been divided like the way it is now because of this, Naira redesign and the policy of the swap policy that's come with it. Now, Festus Keyamo is a senior advocate, and Babajide Fashola, who is the Minister of Works and Housing, is also a senior advocate and a member of APC. Now, both of them are ministers under President Muhammadu Buhari's cabinet, but I think two of them are not on the same page concerning the directive that Mr. President gave, on his nationwide broadcast, ordering that the 200 naira old 200 naira note should be in circulation. Why should still be a legal tender till April 10? Why the 500 and 1000, is not accepted. Now, Keyamo has described the action of Mr. President as a contempt of Supreme Court and denied disobedience of Supreme Court order. But Fashola, a senior advocate, has come out to say no, and he has given his reasons. And one of the reasons he gave is that the president took actions to salvage the situation, the salvage the situation and the crisis that this Naira redesign and the policy, the swap policy has cost Nigerians. And he made his own clear argument, concerning this. Like I said earlier, these are two APC members, ministers in the APC cabinet, and they are both lawyers and they are both senior advocates. So these guys are worth listening to. But I want to say that the issue of Naira redesign, so many people are putting, there are emotional attached to it. There are emotions attached to it. So because of this emotion attached to this Naira redesign, so many people are not seeing this clear picture of what the Mr. President is trying to do. Yes. Why am I saying this? This is election year. We have few days to the election. APC is the ruling party. APC has their presidential candidate. The president is from the APC. And they are giving this policy, bringing this policy at a time like this, that people are still not the Nigerians, the electorate are still not comfortable with the situation of the country. The APC-led government by President Muhammadu Buhari, and they are making this kind of policy at the twilight of election year. And the emotion behind this is the politicians are seeing this as something that is going to truncate their success in the poll, because the people might not be happy with their government, with their party, and they may likely vote against them because of this crisis that is on ground. Nigerians are facing the fuel crisis, scarcity, and now is this policy concerning the Naira redesign and the scarcity of the money, and people cannot have access to cash. This policy has made things so difficult for so many Nigerians. These are things that the APC members are frowning at, and I think Festus Keyamo and some other people, the governors, are speaking because of this. So the clear picture of what Mr. President is trying to do is not being seen here, because emotion, they have allowed emotion to cover the good work that Mr. President is trying to do. That is what is causing all this. And Fashola came out to say no, this is how it is being done. The president is not the presidential action. The president action is not a contempt of court, Supreme Court order. He is trying to do things right, and he's trying to salvage the situation by, that's the reason why he gave this action and all that. Well, they are both Leonard fellows, and this is just my take as a Nigerian, as a person. I would like you to feel free to comment below what you think concerning this, and also subscribe to our channel for update on this and more. Thank you.